What's up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. Today, we are going to be doing a one-to-one eyeball next to eyeball comparison of the new Fenty FLYLINER liquid eyeliner against the Kat Von D tattoo liner in Trooper. I've seen a lot of people chatting on the internet about this being possibly a new dupe for the Kat Von D tattoo liner, and I am here today to determine for you whether or not that is true. So the plan is as follows. I am going to apply one liner to each eyeball. I'm going to compare the packaging for you guys. I'm going to compare the applicator tips. We'll do a swatch on the back of my hand so you can see the colors and the finishes next to each other. And then we're gonna see how it applies on the eyeballs. How much control you have over it. Is it easy to apply, hard to apply? Does it leak on your fingers? Which one did this? Stick around to find out. We'll talk about price, we'll talk about the amount of product you get, and then I'm going to wear it for the rest of the day, and I'll do some check-ins so that you guys can see how it's wearing. And I am going to even go so far, I can't believe I'm saying this, and I might regret this, but I'm going to, at the end, during the final check-in, once we have seen how it wears over the entire day, I'm going to spray myself in the face with some water and see how they hold up compared to each other, because you just never know when you're gonna get some water in your face, and we need to know these things. And I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it for you guys, okay? I regret it already, but I'm gonna do it. Before we get started, please do not forget to give this video a like if you don't mind, because it really helps me out. And I mean, I'm out here spraying myself in the face with things, so I mean, just if you can hit the button, that'd be great. And if you are new here, please go ahead and subscribe if you haven't already, because I would love to have you stick around for more videos in the future, and be my buddy, and we can talk about makeup and more makeup and lots of makeup stuff and do reviews and swatches and looks. Oh, there's so many things. Now that all that pertinent information is out of the way, let's zoom in and take a look at the packaging of each of these. The Fenty FLYLINER looks larger than the Kat Von D tattoo liner. However, I double checked and they are actually the exact same amount of product. Both of them are 0.55 milliliters or 0.019 fluid ounces. Obviously, that means very little to me as far as like how much you actually get, but it is exactly the same amount that comes in the tattoo liner, so nothing out of the ordinary, nothing abnormal. They are also both exactly $20. Something that I also think is worth mentioning is that Kat Von D and Fenty are owned by the same company. So the likelihood of them being very similar formula-wise is pretty high. This is more of like a personal thing, but I really like the packaging on the Fenty one a lot more. I think it's much more luxurious. I mean, Kat Von D one, it is very like typical Kat Von D packaging, but this just, I think, looks nicer. I think it feels like a little bit more luxurious. It makes you feel like it's worth the $20. Is it? We don't really know yet. Haven't had that much time to play with it, but packaging wise, I think this one definitely seemed like it's a little bit more substantial and a little more luxurious. Okay, as far as the tips of these are concerned, the Fenty liner is not a brush tip. It is a felt tip. I was under the impression that it was a brush just because it looks so precise and pointy, but it is indeed felt, and the Kat Von D one is a brush. There are definitely upsides and downsides to both brushes and felt tips. The downside to a felt tip is that they usually kind of seem to get like a little straggler hair at the end of it that just gets in the way, and it's just a pain in the ass, and it really ruins the precision of the liner in my opinion. And the downside to a brush tip like the Kat Von D liner is that sometimes they leak a little bit, which is never fun. And the other thing is that sometimes they get clogged and then they don't work anymore. So you wind up running out of product before you actually run out of the product. Something I noticed is that the Kat Von D tattoo liner says waterproof, while the Fenty one, at least on the website, it says long wear on the tube, but on the website it says water resistant. It doesn't say waterproof. Now, I don't know if that means they're just being conservative with their claims, or if it is formulated so that it is partially water-based or something where it would break down with moisture, but I guess we're gonna find out. This is how the Fenty one applies to the back of my hand. Now, if you notice, a lot of product came out with that, and it also is bleeding into the lines on my hand a little bit, which is a little bit concerning to me. This is only the second time I used it. I used it in my video yesterday. Also, a little bit of it dripped and got onto my finger when I opened it. So, a similar swatch of Trooper right next to it. If I bring it really up close and personal, you could definitely see the difference. Like the Fenty one lets so much more product out and it bled into the little lines in my hand. Trooper was definitely much more precise. So now, the major test, we have to try it on the eyes. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use the Fenty on my right eye and Trooper on my left eye because my right eye is my good makeup eye. I know that you guys understand what that means if you're makeup people. Everybody always has one good eye. That way it gets like a little bit more of a fair shake, and I already know how Trooper performs, so I won't blame any of the shortcomings of my left eye on it because I already know what's up, you know what I mean? All right, I'm gonna start with the Fenty FLYLINER first, and I'm going to do a classic, but like a thicker, more bold wing. That already went on a lot easier than yesterday's wing that I did with this. If you haven't seen that yet, I'll link it on the screen here. I had a hard time getting it a little bit more precise because I'm not used to the felt tip applicator, but with a lighter touch, I was definitely able to get a really, really skinny line. Okay, today I actually kind of love that. Now left eye, as we normally would with the Kat Von D tattoo liner. All right. So a couple of things I noticed while applying it. The Fenty one, definitely you have to be a little bit more cautious because the felt tip lets more product out quickly than the brush tip does for sure. However, it's a lot faster to do the outline and then fill in the center of the wing if you're going for something bold. So that's definitely a plus. If you are able to like have the light hand to do like your bottom line and everything very carefully first, you could definitely get like a really quick wing. Yesterday when I wore the Fenty liner with very shimmery shadows, I thought that it seemed like it might be more matte than the Kat Von D one, but I actually think that it might be less matte than the Kat Von D one. It definitely has a little bit more sheen left on it on like the more wrinkly parts of my eyelid than the Kat Von D one does now that I'm looking at them under light directly next to each other, which is really part of the reason why I thought it was necessary to do this over like a really, really simple plain eyeshadow look and compare them right next to each other. Otherwise, there's really no way to know for sure. These circumstances, they count. So I'm gonna add some mascara to this look. I'm not going to wear lashes because I want you to be able to see the entire wing throughout the entire day. I'm gonna do some check-ins in a little bit and we will see how it wears just through normal life. I do need to do like a light cardio workout later today, so I will probably sweat a little, but not a ton, like not a heavy workout, just a medium workout. And other than that, I just need to do some lip art, other things around the house, do some laundry, blah, blah, blah. So it'll just be like a normal day, which I think is a good way to test this. And then we'll come back later. We'll test the waterproofness of it, which I don't want to do, but I'm going to do it. It's worth it. I think it'll be worth it to see if we spray some water, what happens. So that's the plan. And I'll see you guys in a couple hours so we can see how this wears. Hi friends, it is 4:19 p.m., which means that we've been wearing this now for 3 hours. And let's take a look-see at what we've got going on here. Oh, also I burned my arm on the oven. Cool. That is the Kat Von D tattoo liner side, and that is the Fenty FLYLINER side. I zoomed in too tight. Sorry. As of right now, it is wearing completely the same as the Kat Von D tattoo liner. I haven't really put it through like any rigorous work. It hasn't really been through the mill just yet, but I'm about to go work out for a little bit, so it's gonna go through a little bit of sweat, and it's got several more hours of wear time to go. But as of right now, performing exactly the same as the Kat Von D tattoo liner. So, so far, Seems like it could be maybe the same. I don't know. We'll see. Okay, we're back in action. It's a little bit after 9 p.m., 9:13 to be exact. As you could probably tell, after 8 hours, both sides are pretty much exactly as we put them on. Nothing melted, nothing really came apart, nothing faded. Everything looks great. I would say that the wear time is definitely comparable to the Kat Von D tattoo liner, so that is very good news. The only thing that's left to do is to see how they hold up to water. So I have this bottle here of what looks like fancy Moroccan rose water, but I actually ran out of my Moroccan rose water and simply filled it back up with some regular water to do this. And yes, of course, I'm doing it with a little spray bottle. What did you think I was gonna go outside and spray myself in the face with the hose? No, ma'am. So here's my plan. I don't know how to do this, okay? I don't know what the best way to spray yourself in the eyes with water to see how your eyeliner stays on is, but I'm gonna squirt myself in the eyes with this water, and then I'm just gonna kind of let it sit there, and I'm gonna dab it away the way I would if I, say, cried in public, or got caught in the rain, or fell in a pool, or whatever I would be doing that my eyes would be wet. Oh, and also this stayed on the back of my hand pretty well too. I mean, I didn't like the way it applied on the back of my hand, but I did wash my hands a couple times, and it was like doing things and stuff, and it didn't come off, so good there. So that's the plan. Maybe this is stupid, but I don't know. I think it's interesting. So here we go. That's what we're gonna do. I need a mirror. All right. Ooh, this still totally smells like rose from the rose water. Interesting. Oh my. I seem to have gotten caught out in the rain. I really can't freaking take myself seriously right now. Let's zoom in. I mean, both sides seem to be holding up really well. As a matter of fact, I'm getting more mushiness and like some color running on the Kat Von D side. Interesting indeed. There is a little bit of color running from the Fenty one right there, right in the corner, but the Kat Von D side is definitely running more. Very interesting. I'm gonna like wipe it a little bit with my finger, the way you might wipe your eye in like a panic if you got water in your eye. It ain't moving. Let's check the Kat Von D side. Ooh. The Kat Von D side came off. Fenty did not. Interesting indeed. Okay, wow, it's definitely more waterproof than tattoo liner. Interesting. I did not see this coming. Okay, so I look like a bit of an asshole right now, but we're gonna ignore that for a second. My final assessment is, outside of the felt tip of the liner, I think I really like this. I don't think there's anything that I could say negative about it, except for the fact that I wish it was a brush tip instead of a felt tip, just because I feel like you get a little bit more precise control. But that being said, I got a pretty sharp wing out of it. I just needed to learn to use like a little bit of a lighter hand with it, and I felt like it went on faster too. So I don't know if this is gonna be replacing tattoo liner for me, because I do use tattoo liner for like really small details on other things like lip art and stuff. But like, as far as a day-to-day go-to eyeliner, it might be my new go-to. And I'm really glad actually that I did the spray myself in the face test, because although it felt really unpleasant, it definitely proved something for sure. I didn't see it coming, and I'm I'm enlightened right now. I'm feeling enlightened. Overall, I think this eyeliner gets my stamp of approval. It's average price for the average amount of product. The packaging is really nice. Everything about it works really well. It's really black, and clearly it stays on quite well. And that is all for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. As always, I always appreciate having you around. Please do not forget to leave a like on this video if you enjoyed it, because that really helps me out, and it also lets me know that you guys are enjoying this type of content. Please leave me a comment down below and let me know, after watching this, do you think you're going to be sticking with Kat Von D tattoo liner? Are you going to be replacing it with the new Fenty liner? Do you mind that it's a felt tip instead of a brushed tip? Let me know what you think. I would love to hear from you down below and get your opinion on this stuff. If you are new here and you haven't subscribed yet, please go ahead and subscribe because I would love to have you stick around. The more people that I can hang out with and talk about makeup on a several times a week basis, the better. So just hit that subscribe button and I promise I'll try not to be a boring ass bitch. If you feel like for some reason you're going to miss me between videos, go ahead and follow me on all other social medias. Mostly, I'm a big Instagram girl, okay? Not like, oh, I'm a big Instagram girl, like, you know what I mean? Like, but like, I really like Instagram. I'm on there the most. I post all the high-def pictures of the makeup that I do here on this channel over there, as well as more editorial looks, some lip art, and I update my stories pretty much 10, 20, too many times a day. You guys get to see all my PR unboxings and stuff over there. So go ahead and find me on Instagram. I am at Miss Quinface. I'm at Miss Quinface pretty much on every type of social media. So if there's anywhere that you want to find me in particular, that's where I am. I hope you guys found this informative today, or at least had a good time watching it. I think that's all for now, and I'll see you in the next one.